It's no secret, mortgage rates are still high, affordability, record lows, and yet builders are finding ways to get deals done. They're throwing in rate buydowns, covering closing costs, and sometimes even tossing in free appliances or upgrades just to get buyers through the door. So here's the question. In 2025, are new construction homes the smarter buy? Or are these incentives just clever marketing tricks? Stick around because I'm breaking down how builder perks really work, why inventory levels matter, and how you can actually negotiate a deal that saves you money instead of costing you more in the long term. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Asher Benjamin. I'm a loan officer with Next Mortgage, the largest brokerage in America. Now, that basically means I get to see behind the curtain. Every day I'm working with buyers, sellers, and realtors, and I get a front row seat to how deals are actually getting structured in this crazy market. I also work with over 270 banks, which means I don't just see one bank's offers, I see all the options. So when builders try to make something look like the deal of a lifetime, I'm able to tell you if it's really a deal or if it's just smoke and mirrors. And honestly, I kind of enjoy playing Mortgage Mythbuster. So if you're new here, hit subscribe and let's dig in. First, let's set the stage. Right now, inventory's been climbing, but we're still 13% below what's considered normal. So yes, things are loosening up a bit, but it's not like they're just homes sitting on every corner just empty. Prices, they've cooled way down. Instead of double-digit appreciation like the pandemic frenzy, home prices are now growing at about 1% annually. That's basically flat when you adjust it for inflation. And affordability, it's rough. Mortgage rates are still elevated and incomes just haven't kept pace. Buyers are squeezed from both sides. Higher payments, stubborn prices. That's where builders come in. They've got inventory to move, they've got shareholders to please, and they know that buyers are hesitant, so they're doing what they can to sweeten the pot. So what does that actually look like? The big one right now is rate buydowns. Builders are offering either temporary buydowns where your interest rates reduce for the first 1, 2, or 3 years, or permanent buydowns where they pay to lower your rate for the life of the loan. You'll also see closing cost credits. Instead of you writing a big check at closing, the builder covers part or all of those costs. Then there are free upgrades, maybe it's stainless steel appliances, upgraded flooring, or even landscaping. Builders love these because they can roll them in without technically lowering the sales price. And that's the key. Builders don't want to slash base prices because that affects the value of every other home they've already sold or about to sell in the neighborhood. Incentives let them move homes without publicly cutting prices. Now the big question, does that make new homes smarter buy in 2025? Let's talk about the pros first. With rate buydowns, you can get a lower monthly payment today, even with the higher rates. The home is also brand new. No repairs, no outdated HVAC units waiting to break, no funky carpet from the 90s. It's yours, as is from the factory, so to speak. And because builders are competing harder than most individual sellers, you've got more leverage to negotiate extras. But here's the cons. The base price is usually higher than resale. You're often paying for new. Incentives often come with strings attached, like being required to use their bank or their lender, which isn't always the best deal. And let's be honest, new construction is often further from city centers, meaning longer commutes and less established neighborhoods. So it can absolutely be smart, but only if you run the numbers and don't fall for shiny perks at face value. All right, let's talk about how to actually win with builder incentives. Don't just accept the offer on the flyer. If they're advertising a 2-1 buydown, ask for permanent buydowns or closing cost credits on top of that temporary buydown. Shop financing. Builders often require you to use their lender for incentives, and sometimes it is a good deal. Sometimes though, it's not. Compare it against what you can get with a broker like myself. Ask for upgrades. Flooring, appliances, landscaping. These cost builders far less than they'd cost you later. Also, bring your own agent or broker. Having someone who negotiates every day is how you make sure you're not leaving money on the table. And the last thing is look at the total cost of ownership, not just the perk. A free fridge is nice, but the monthly payment over 30 years, that's really what matters. And now let's talk about the biggest mistakes I see buyers make with new construction. They get locked into a builder's lender without comparing offers. They assume that the incentives make the house cheap when it's really the base price that's inflated. They forget that there's HOA fees, property taxes, or build timelines, stretching beyond their budget because of the temporary buydown, only to get crushed when the rates jump back up. If you avoid those pitfalls, you're in a much stronger position. So here's my bottom line. 2025, new homes can absolutely be a smart buy. Builders are motivated, they're offering more incentives than we've seen in years, and you've got leverage as a buyer. But don't get distracted by the shiny perks. Focus on the numbers, negotiate hard, and always compare the builder's offer against the rest of the market. If you're thinking about new construction, reach out. I'll run the numbers side by side and show you if the builder's deal is really saving you money or if there's a better way to structure it out there. And don't forget, like, subscribe, because every week I'm breaking down the housing market, mortgages, strategies, everything under the sun when it comes to real estate to help you make smarter moves. That's all I got for you today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.